Art of Handstands. I'm Kalina Smith.
And I'm Tristan Cunningham.
And we are combining our joint expertise in circus art, strength training, fitness training, dance, yoga to bring you a comprehensive training program to be able to learn to hold an amazing handstand. This video is divided into a warm-up section, a stretch section, exercises against the wall, exercises away from the wall, partner exercises, as well as flexibility training to get you in great shape to be able to stand on your hands. Let's go ahead and get started.
Okay, so we're going to start with warming up our neck, just nice and gentle. Let it drop forward, and then we'll circle in one direction, nice and easy, 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and hang, and let it go to the other side. 1, 2, 3, and then slowly lift up.
And then we'll go ahead and take it into some shoulder rolls. So go ahead and roll your shoulders backwards, just bringing your shoulder blades together as your shoulders roll back behind you. Just dropping in some nice deep exhales. Do one more time, and then go ahead and bring your shoulders forwards, just hunching your chest in, just bringing energy and blood to the shoulder joint. We'll do this 2 more times. Good, and relax.
Good, we're going to do arm circles next. So place one foot forward and the opposite arm will be the one you're circling, and circle back first. Reaching the entire time. Warming up our shoulders. Good, and switch directions. And bring to breathe. Good, and let it rest. Switch, so other foot forward, opposite arm, reaching. Good, and switch directions.
Go ahead and take it into spinal twist. So bring your feet hip width apart, gently relax your knees, and go ahead and let your arms twist back behind you, letting your eyes follow your hands, just letting your shoulders relax, twisting back as far as you can. We'll do this here for another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Nice. And last, we're going to warm up our wrists. So we'll come down and just kneel. We're going to turn our hands down, our fingertips down, and nice and easy, place your whole palm down on the floor. And I like to sit forward first and then slowly move backward to stretch my wrist. You don't have to go a lot. Do what you can. If right here is comfortable, then that's great for you.
And you can come onto your knees, and you're just going to gently rock back and forth, just bringing some nice rotation into the wrist joint. Handstands can be a lot on the wrist, and I know when I was first learning, my wrists were pretty tender and sore, but if you stick to it, it definitely eases up, and right now, I don't feel any strain on the wrists at all. Good, and go ahead and gently release that. Let's go ahead and get started.
All right.
So we're going to begin with doing handstands against the wall. Sometimes it can take a couple of tries to get all the way up to the wall, but just keep trying to kick up and eventually you will get there. So Tristan will demonstrate kicking up to the wall from a lunge position. So go ahead and place one foot in front of the other, whichever you feel most comfortable with. Then place your arms above your head, shoulder width apart, and use gentle momentum to go ahead and bring your feet all the way to the wall. Beautiful. And you'll notice that Tristan here is pushing through her elbows are straight, she's pushing through her fingertips, lifting through the shoulders, her core is engaged, she's squeezing her glutes, and she's lifting all through her toes. And up here, let's go ahead and hold for another 15, 14. Keep breathing, relax any tension in the face and the neck, and keep pushing through the shoulders for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And gently come down one foot at a time. Very nice. So now we're going to go ahead and turn the handstand around. So Tristan is going to walk her feet up against the wall. Again, this might be kind of scary. Sometimes we can have the sensation that we're going to fall down on our head, but just trust that your arms and your shoulders will support you. And each day, try to get a little bit higher, and soon your nose will be to the wall. So Tristan, show us how it's done. So Tristan is placing her hands shoulder width apart, and then she's going to put one foot up the wall and then the other, and she's gently going to walk her feet up the wall as she brings her hands closer and closer in. Beautiful, and then her nose is basically touching, and you'll notice again that she's pushed through her shoulders. She's not collapsing in, her elbows are really straight. She's pushing through her fingertips, and her core is engaged, her glutes are squeezed. She's pushing through her toes, and we're going to hold here for 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Again, keep pushing through the shoulders, keep pushing through the elbows, keep squeezing the glutes, engaging the core for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then walk one arm out and then the other. Nice and slow. Keep walking, keep walking, keep walking until you can gently put one foot down and then the other. Very nice. So now we're going to bring a bit of a balance element into the handstands against the wall. So Tristan's going to go ahead and place her hands about a couple feet away from the wall, shoulder distance apart, and go ahead and walk one foot up, Tristan. Beautiful. And then the other, and then you're going to go ahead and take whichever leg feels most comfortable away from the wall so that you're in a split position. And you'll notice that Tristan walked her hands in a bit closer. This is great. You want to be at about a 90-degree angle with your shoulder and your hips. Your legs are in a split position, and then you're going to go ahead and take the foot that's at the wall a little bit away and find that moment of balance, and then you can come back to the wall. Good. And then balance. Good. And then just bring your foot back and just teeter-totter there for a moment. And you'll notice that having your legs in the split position is really helpful to be able to find that balance for just a moment, to just get that sensation of what it's like. And let's just do this at your own pace for another count of 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep pushing and lifting through your shoulders for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. And just gently come down. Okay, we're going to keep playing with balance at the wall. So we're going to come back to the first exercise that we did, lunging to a handstand position. So go ahead and kick up, Tristan. Beautiful. Good. And this is the first position we're in. And now what Tristan's going to do is gently take one foot away and then the other, and then see if you can find that moment of balance. Again, knowing that the wall is there. So just take one foot off, whichever you feel most comfortable with, and then come back to the wall. And just keep playing this on your own time. See if you can find that second of balance, and then know that the wall is there and you can always come back to it. This is really just to get us used to balancing and having the sensation of holding ourselves upside down on our hands. Good. And just gently come down one foot at a time. Nice.
Okay, so we're going to work on another exercise away from the wall, freestanding. This one you're going to start in your lunge position, which we learned when we were going against the wall. So whatever foot feels natural, you step that forward. Hands up by your ears. Nice. And you're going to use your momentum to kick up, legs together, and then split and come back down. So again, you can hold it if you find the balance. You can hold it for a little bit. If not, you just split and come back down. So kick up, together, split, down, back into lunge. Kick up, together, split, down, and back into lunge. Nice. Good. Let's do 3 more. Kick up, together. Nice. Okay, we're going to do another exercise away from the wall. So it was similar to our downward dog, kicking up and lunge position again. So whatever foot is natural, steps forward, arms up by your ears in your lunge. You kick up, stay in split, and come back down to standing into lunge. Kick up, stay in your split. Again, split position is an easier position to balance in, and back into your lunge. Nice. Split, and back down. Nice. Let's do one more. Split, and back to lunge.
So now we're going to move into some partner work, which is a really great way to learn how to balance. So Tristan's going to kick up and I'm going to spot her. So we're both going to go ahead and step into a lunge position. For the spotter, just make sure to gently bend both of your knees so you feel really nice and solid. And Tristan's going to kick up just like we did against the wall. And I'm going to gently get her, but it's important to note that I'm not holding on to her legs or a closed frigid leg, so that if she needs to come down, she can. And I'm just going to gently hold very lightly, just using my fingers and my thumbs. And if I feel like Tristan has her balance, I can just take my hands away for a second or two to see if she can balance on her own. Great, and then go ahead and gently come down.
Okay, so we're going to show you another partner exercise. One partner, the spotter, is going to stand on something a little higher, a chair or a bench. Just make sure it's something that's sturdy, and you don't want to be too high. I would say 2 feet is probably good, 2 to 3 feet. The other partner is going to kick up into a handstand from lunge position, just like that. So she kicks up. Again, I'm not grabbing her in case she needs to come down. I'm playing like a wall, and I'm here for her to balance against. The reason this exercise is really good is if you put your hand above your partner's toes, it reminds them to push through the shoulders and lift. Nice. And again, you can try to let go and see if they can balance, but you're there just in case. Good. And then she splits her legs and comes back into lunge. Okay, so we're going to do another partner trick. This one is a little bit more advanced. So if you're feeling really solid with the other stuff, then you can move on to this one. It's called a tuck-up. So, one partner goes into downward dog position again. The spotter, which is me, I'm going to come right to my partner's fingertips and stand right here and reach forward and bring my hands to her hips. Then she's going to walk her feet in. Once her feet are as close as they can be, she's going to jump into a tuck position and then up straight. Once she goes up straight, I move my hands back to our first spotting position. To go back down, she's also going to go into a tuck position. So I'm going to bring my hands one at a time back to her hips. She'll tuck down and to the floor.
So we're going to go ahead and go through your core workout. The core is the center of your body, so it's really important that it's nice and strong to be able to hold a handstand. I'm going to demonstrate the easier modified versions, and Tristan will demonstrate the harder exercises. So let's go ahead and start on our plank position. I'm going to do it with my knees on the floor. Tristan will do it on her toes, and go ahead and rock back and forth. And here you just want to think about squeezing your glutes and pulling your belly button in. Don't lift your hips too high or let them sag. And we'll do this here for another 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
All right, the next exercise we're going to do is on our side. So we're going to put our hand out straight. Our elbow's going to be down. Make sure that your shoulder is stacked over your elbow. Then you're going to place your feet one on top of the other, kind of just like you're laying sideways. And you're going to lift through the center of your body. So your hips are going to lift up, just like this. There should be space under there. We're not going to let it sag. It's going to stay nice and straight. We lift our hand up, look up to our hand, then we dip down underneath. Make sure you're dipping and back up. Good. And dip and up. And dip and up. Good. 12 more. 11. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And last one. Good, switch sides. So again, shoulder over our elbow, Feet on top of each other, lift the hips up, remembering not to sag, and we'll dip and up. 15, 14, dip, 13, dip, 12. You can go slower than us too. 11. Go at your own speed. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice.
And then go ahead and gently lie down on your back. We're going to do a handstand hold on our backs. So go ahead and you're going to flatten your back, tuck your hips under, pull your belly button in, lift your arms overhead, lift your shoulders up towards your ears, just like when we're in a handstand. I'm going to do with my knees back, which is a little bit easier. Tristan will keep her legs extended, and make sure your head isn't holding any tension. We're just going to hold here for another 18, 17, keep pulling the belly button in for 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, keep the hips tucked under for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful.
Nice. The next thing we're going to do is bicycles. So we'll start lifting up, hands behind our head, interlace your fingers, just like that. You're going to extend one leg forward, and the opposite elbow is going to go to the knee. Then we're going to pulse this leg 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Legs together and switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Legs together and switch. Again, if this feels too hard, we can skip the pulsing. 4, 5. Legs together and switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Legs together and switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Legs together and switch. 2 more on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Legs together and switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Legs together and switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Legs together. And last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Legs together and down. Nice.
Nice job. Remember, we're just going to finish it off with pulses. So go ahead and bring your fingertips. They're going to go to the top of the knee and down an inch. We're going to do it 20 times. Here we go. For 1, 2, 3. Keep your head relaxed, your jaw relaxed, your neck relaxed. For 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job, everyone. So now we are going to take it into some stretches. Stretching can really help with handstands because you'll notice we often do exercises that involve splits or downward dog. So having a nice flexible limber body is really going to help out the process. So let's go ahead and start with some arm stretches. We'll go ahead and place one arm on the wall. Just make sure to relax your shoulder, that you're not hunching it up. And we're just going to hold here, opening the chest, feeling that nice stretch through the arm. We'll hold it for another 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Breathing nice and deep into the stretch for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And gently taking it to the other side. Again, just making sure to relax that shoulder down, twisting out as far as you can, feeling a nice opening in the chest and then the arm. Holding for another 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then let's go ahead and take it into some shoulder stretches, which Tristan will demonstrate for us. So what Tristan is going to do is she's going to sink her chest in towards the wall. She's going to look up. She's relaxing her shoulder blades down. She's lengthening all the way up through her fingertips. The most important thing here is just really sinking your chest in towards the wall. You can stick your hips back behind you and just relax and breathe nice and deep for another 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep sinking into the shoulders for 5, 4, 3,
hands out, just like that. And push back, feeling stretch in your calves. Remembering to breathe. We'll hold this. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Stretching the shoulders, opening them up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then shift into an upward dog or cobra position. So bring your hips down to the ground. Untuck the toes and let them relax down. Make sure you're not too crunched into the neck. We're nice and long. We're looking up. And hold it. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push back.
And we'll go ahead and take it into a lunge position. So go ahead and lunge one foot in front of the other and then sink down, really sinking your hips towards the floor. I like to put my hand on my back hip to just remind it to sink and to keep my hips nice and square. And just relaxing into the stretch, breathing into it for another 12, 11, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing all the muscles in the face, closing the eyes if that feels good. For 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Just gently rocking back. We'll take it into a calf stretch, into a hamstring stretch. So square your hips here, flex your foot, and just relax your nose down towards your knees, letting your shoulders relax as well. Just breathing nice and deep. For another 12, 11, 10, 9. On your exhale, see if you can sink even deeper into the stretch. For 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and take it over to the other side. Again, just lunging down, placing your hand on your hip if that feels good. Just squaring the hips and sinking into the floor, feeling a nice deep stretch through the leg, the groin area. And breathing here for another 12. Again, relax the shoulders, relax the jaw, the eyes. Breathing into the stretch for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And one more time, rocking back, just straightening that leg, flexing the foot, relaxing the knee, the nose down towards the knee. For 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good.
Nice. All right, since we worked our shoulders a lot in handstands, we're gonna just move them backwards a little bit. Say thank you to them. They work hard for handstands.
Yes, they do.
5 more times. 4, 3. Go at any speed you like. 2, 1. Let's take it the other way forward. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Then let's just finish off by stretching out our neck. So go ahead and gently bring your ear down to your shoulder, and you can place your hand on your head to gently lengthen and deepen the stretch. Relax the shoulder down and just breathe for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just go ahead and gently take it over to the other side. Again, just placing your hand on the top of your head, gently deepening the stretch. Breathing here for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
Okay, we're going to talk about the hands in a handstand and hand placement. So, like Paulina said, you want your hands shoulder width apart. It's best to spread your fingers as much as you can because you're going to actually use those to balance a lot. The other thing is weight, where your weight is placed. So if you're feeling like a lot of weight is on the outside of your hand or on this side of your hand, it means your weight is not centered. So you want it to be centered. You want to feel weight in the center of your palm. So I set my hands shoulder width apart. My fingers are bent and ready to move. I feel the weight in the center of my palm. Then I kick up. And you notice when I'm balancing, I'm really using my fingers. Okay, another important part of the handstand are your shoulders. They may be the most important part. So when you do a handstand, you want to make sure that your shoulders are lined up with the rest of your body. Ultimately, we want to be a straight line from our toes down to our hands. So what this means is we have to open up our shoulders. So you can practice with your partner. They can look from the outside in and see how straight your shoulders are. So we want to make sure, a tendency in the handstands is to crunch it this way. We want to make sure that we're not doing that. And we also want to make sure that we're not going the other way, too far back. So we want it to be nice and straight. You can practice on the ground, just opening up your shoulders as much as you can. Another important part of the handstand is head placement. Now there's lots of different techniques and different ways of doing it. The way I was trained is to always have your arms by your ears. So your head will be like this, except when you're upside down. So for me, it's easier to balance if I look at my hands first. So I kick up, I look at my hands, and then once I'm balanced, I can drop my head down and try to hide my ears with my arms, just like this. And then I can come down. Ultimately, the most important part with the head is remembering to keep the neck, the head, and everything here relaxed.
So some words on getting discouraged. It's really easy to get discouraged by trying to practice handstand and doing it every day or a lot and feeling like you're not getting any better. But I promise you that you are. Handstands are a really subtle art, and if you just keep trying, one day you will find yourself balancing. And honestly, it's kind of a mysterious process how it happens, but just allow yourself to enjoy the journey and to one day find yourself balancing